Let me ask you something. Why do some people move through life with a calm and energy, but you can't? And why do certain people seem grounded, disciplined, and focused without forcing anything? Maybe you've even met someone like this. They're not rich, and they're not lucky, and they're not naturally gifted, and yet their life just works. Everything feels balanced, controlled, and peaceful. So, here's the truth most people never understand. Great lives are not built by big or dramatic decisions. They're built by tiny habits, small actions so simple, but they shape your mind, your character, and your future. At first, these habits look invisible, but slowly and quietly, they turn you into someone unrecognizable in the best way. In Japan, people have practiced these tiny habits for centuries, not as trends, not as aesthetic routines, not as life hacks, but as a way of living, a way of becoming calm, disciplined, and deeply intentional. And today, I'm going to show you the 5 habits that can gently and permanently upgrade your life. Some take just 5 seconds, and some will change how you treat yourself. And one habit, practiced for generations, has helped entire Japanese communities live past 100 years. So take a breath and slow down for a moment, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear blueprint for a calmer, stronger, more meaningful life. So without any further delay, let's begin. Habit number 1, Kaizen. You know that feeling when you want to change your life, but it feels like you're standing at the bottom of a giant mountain. You want to get healthier, but the gym feels overwhelming. You want to be more productive, but your to-do list looks impossible. You want to improve your life, but you don't even know where to start. But Japan has a solution so simple that most people ignore it. It's called Kaizen, the habit of improving just one tiny thing every single day, not changing your whole life in just 1 week, and not forcing yourself to work like a machine, but just one small improvement. But here's the real magic happen. Kaizen is not really about the improvement itself. It's about building identity momentum and proving to yourself that you can move forward even if the step is tiny. Let me show you how powerful that is. Imagine you do 1 push-up today, just 1. People might laugh at that, but tomorrow you do 1 more. Then next week you're doing 10 without thinking, because small habits compound and big habits collapse. That's why Kaizen works, because your brain loves easy wins. When something feels small and simple, your mind doesn't fight it, and it doesn't resist. And tiny habits slip past the mental friction that usually kills big goals. So instead of asking, how do I change my whole life? Ask, what is the smallest action I can take today? Because Kaizen is not about intensity, it's about consistency. So when you improve a little every day, and you eventually become the type of person who grows without forcing it, then your life upgrades slowly, quietly, and naturally. Habit number 2, Ikigai. Let me tell you something that most adults never say out loud. A lot of people wake up every morning with a quiet emptiness inside them. It's not depression, and it's not sadness. It's just a missing direction. You're working, and you're doing what you should, but somewhere inside, something feels unfinished, like you're alive, but not fully living. But Japan has a word for that missing piece. It's Ikigai, your reason for being. See, your Ikigai is not your job, and it's not your duties, and it's not what society expects from you. Ikigai is that one thing that makes life feel worth waking up for. So Ikigai is not just a concept, it's a daily practice. They believe life becomes longer and happier, so when you have something meaningful to wake up for. But here's what many people get wrong. Your Ikigai doesn't have to be a big mission, and it doesn't have to change the world. It just needs to light up your heart even a little. And your Ikigai usually sits at the crossroads of 4 simple questions. What do you love? What are you naturally good at? What does the world around you need? How can you make a living doing it? But here's the truth most people don't realize. You don't need to answer all the 4 today, because Ikigai is not discovered in one perfect moment. It slowly grows with you. It changes as you change, so you can start with just 1 spark. Maybe you love cooking, or maybe you love helping others, or maybe you love building things, or maybe you love learning new skills. Whatever it is, follow the spark, not the pressure. Because Ikigai is something you cultivate, not something you magically find. So you discover it through curiosity, trying new things, making mistakes, and paying attention to what makes you feel alive. And once you catch even a small glimpse of it, then life starts to feel different and more meaningful. Then your days stop feeling like a list of tasks, they start feeling like steps on a path that is uniquely yours. Habit number 3, Hara Hachi Bu. Imagine this for a moment. In Okinawa, before every meal, people pause, then take a breath and say a simple phrase, Hara Hachi Bu. It means eat until you're 80% full, not heavy, and not eating just because the food tastes good, just for satisfied. And this one small habit has been linked to reduced overeating and slower aging, lower inflammation and better digestion, higher energy, and longer life. But the real beauty of Hara Hachi Bu isn't just about food. It's about reconnecting with your body. Because most of us eat on autopilot. We finish the plate because it's full, and we eat to avoid stress, and we eat to feel better emotionally, not physically. So we stopped listening to the one thing that actually knows the truth, our own body. And here's the thing, your body is incredibly wise. It sends signals, and it whispers when it's full, and it knows what it needs. So we just don't slow down long enough to hear it, because Hara Hachi Bu is not a diet, and it's not about restriction, and it's not about counting calories. It's a mindfulness disguised as eating. So here's how you can try it in your next meal. Eat a little slower, then put your spoon or fork down between bites, and pay attention to the moment your body feels comfortable. Not hungry, not full, just balanced. And when you reach that quiet moment where your mind says, yeah, I think I can stop now, it doesn't feel dramatic, and it doesn't feel like sacrifice. It feels like a respect. Over the time, your body begins to thank you. Your digestion improves, and your energy rises. Then your mood becomes lighter. Habit number 4, Gaman. See, life is tough sometimes. You already know that, because everyone goes through moments that feel heavy, unfair, and painful. But the Japanese have a quiet, powerful way of dealing with these difficult moments, a way that builds strength without bitterness. It's called Gaman. Gaman means enduring hardship with patience, calmness, and self-control. It doesn't mean ignoring your emotions, and it doesn't mean pretending everything is fine, and it doesn't mean forcing a smile when you're hurting. It simply means, yes, this is hard, but I won't let this hardship break me. That's the heart of Gaman. Gaman teaches you emotional strength, the ability to stay steady when life gets chaotic, and the patience to sit with discomfort instead of running away, and the discipline to hold yourself together even when things feel messy, and the wisdom to not waste your energy on things you cannot control. So, when you practice Gaman, something powerful happens. You stop reacting to every little problem. Then you stop panicking when life gets unpredictable, and you stop complaining about things you can't change. Then you become grounded, stable, centered, and unshakable, because Gaman turns pain into resilience. Then it transforms quiet suffering into quiet strength. And even though no one may notice the work you're doing inside, one day the world will see the difference. Because the strongest people aren't loud, they are the ones who learn to endure and rise. Habit number 5, Kintsugi. Out of all the Japanese habits, this one might be the most beautiful. In Japan, when a bowl breaks, they don't throw it away, and they don't hide the cracks, and they don't pretend nothing happened. They repair it by filling the cracks with gold. This art is called Kintsugi, and the broken bowl becomes even more valuable than it was before it shattered. But Kintsugi is not really about pottery. It's about your life, because you have cracks too. The moments that broke your heart, and the situations that crushed your confidence, and the experiences that made you feel unsafe, and the times where you felt lost, fragile, or completely shattered. But Japanese wisdom says this: your cracks are not your weaknesses. They are the places where your strength grows, and they are the places where the light enters. Kintsugi teaches something powerful. Healing doesn't erase your past, it respects it, and slowly it turns your pain into wisdom. So instead of covering your wounds, fill them with gold. Acknowledge them, and respect them, and let them shine. Because the most inspiring people in this world are not the ones who never fell apart. They are the ones who broke, and then rebuilt themselves with patience, courage, and grace. So, you are not broken beyond repair. You are becoming something stronger and more beautiful than before. So these 5 Japanese habits aren't loud or dramatic, and they don't demand perfect discipline, high motivation, or a complete life overhaul. They only ask for one thing from you: small steps, and small awareness, and small daily choices. And here's the beautiful part. When you repeat these tiny choices every day, they slowly begin to reshape your mind, body, health, relationships, purpose, confidence, and your entire life. So you don't need to follow all habits right now, and you don't need to fix everything this week. Just pick one habit, one simple Japanese philosophy that you can stick with, because your life doesn't transform when you do everything at once. It transforms the moment you decide to begin. If even a small part of this video touched your heart, please hit subscribe, because we're just getting started. And remember, massive change never comes from giant actions. It comes from tiny habits, done quietly and consistently.